yourself. Slowly, time is up.
No, you can have about 5-10 minutes. I think their hope is to feed all the youth first,
Okay,
then
fine.
we'll release the youth and Bhakti crowd.
Okay,
So maybe
no
in about
problem.
5-10 minutes.
Okay. So, if your correction is perfect, then it will be final correction. But it is not happening in precisely.
In this
life, it is possible. As I said, your next life can be your last life. But then, for your next life to be your last life, how you have to be now.
Right.
Not what you are doing, but how are you inside. That is more important. So, it is possible to be perfect inside. That is where we want to find out and take out that understanding how you should be from inside. Irrespective, outside is not going to change because you already programmed yourself. But inside is there in your hands. So if that understanding is properly oriented, Anandji. Haste, hurry is all problem. These are all, just to understand. These are all sensitivity. The world is not going to end. Really. See, if she slips over here, what happens? Disaster. Dashes with this. Finish. Head injury. Doctor. Very big. Yeah, it is. So, if anything happens to the baby, the mother, if she becomes very sensitive, it's not right. What you need is, if something has happened, there is a solution for it. No panic. Panic means you will commit some or the other mistake and you become responsible for that. But that is very common. Like rush unnecessarily. No, take your time. So it's like if the board says 75 miles speed, then okay, 80 is fine. Maybe 90 is fine. Maybe. But then you are risking yourself. You are risking yourself. That's all. You take care and there's no problem. And certain times you are doing a calculated risk. So there is no problem in that. And suppose if you get caught, then you accept it. That's okay. I was in rush, this is the thing. But you were going at this speed. Do you know that? Yeah, I know that. So it's fine. You accept it. But that won't happen. Not that every time you cross the speed and you're caught. It never happens.
Actually, when you're speeding up, you are not really gaining much.
Whatever it is. One who is driving, he only understands everything. Outside, anybody can talk of wisdom. But when you're driving, there's a lot of fun in that. Because sometimes you get irritated totally. Guys are going with that slow speed. And there's no cops around and you have that buzzer, something to check that if someone is watching you or not. Then still why should you go at that speed? Anyway, so that's what it is. So if you learn how can we correct ourselves inside, that is what we are talking about. We are not talking about outside at all. That why did you do this, why did you do that? No. Inside, be watchful what is happening. That's why I say let happen, but inside you keep correcting. The steering is in our hands. The moment you steer, it will change. But we see the car moving immediately, this car takes its time. So, correctly steering is very important. And we learn over a period of time. So, it's like as our understanding becomes perfect, our correction also becomes perfect.
But sometimes when you do that understanding, when it happens inside, it feels like it's buddhi that's doing it. And if it's buddhi, then it's part of the relative person, right?
Whatever it is, you keep doing it, you will find the result eventually.
Right.
Yeah. Because certain times, certain judgments are not correct. What you judge is not right. Whether it is buddhi or whatever it is.
Whatever else.
The moment you change your decision, the things are going to change. It is there because of a reason It won't be there when the reasons are changed, the causes are changed. Simple. He doesn't feel that someone is watching me. No problem. He says, if someone is watching me, it's not my problem. But when as he grows, he becomes conscious about his surroundings, so then his decisions are according to the surroundings.
You know, in the other sensing, you were talking about the 6 eternals that make up.
6 eternals, yes.
What is it?
See, we know that the pure soul is eternal. Then matter, the basic matter with which our body is made. What you see, every physical manifestation is of the matter only. And matter as such in principle is one of the eternal. And what you see around is the aggregate of the matter. Even the 105 or 108 periodic table elements, they are not the original perpetual element. You understand? Chemistry, periodic table is aggregate of this, of the matter. So in certain combination it is sulfur, yes. In certain combination it is whatever element, which is aluminium, chlorine, fluorine and all that stuff, helium and all that. But the basic element of the matter is that indivisible particle, which is identified, named as Parmanu. Just to understand. And what we see around is aggregate of those Parmanus only. The way it was projected, and based on those projections, like how someone has made a pot from the clay, the basic is the clay. So the basic is the matter. So that's the second. Basic play around of what we see around in the world is between the matter and the soul only. And since you have matter, it requires space. So without space, how can you have matter? So the third eternal is the space. Space, basically there are two spaces. One is limited universal space and other is unlimited extra universal space. What do you mean? The occupational part of the universe is one space and the other space, just to understand. Like I occupy a space. So this space and the other space. So the whole universe occupies a space, and the rest of the universe, the rest of the space is the other space. Together they make one eternal. Third. Fourth, because you have matter, you need motion. So there is something which helps or assists in motion. That is also one of the eternal. So fourth. And if something is moving, you need to stop. So you need inertia. So that's the fifth one. And the sixth one is the time. Time is not actually an eternal, but it is a conceptual time. In the sense, two matter particles, when the time it takes to move from this place, it occupies the space of the other material, other particle, that is the minimum or the smallest time. And when we reach that level of perfection, we can see activities at the level of that particle. Today we can't even know the gross part. So slowly, as our awareness and sharpness increases, we will be able to observe the particle level activity. That is the power of the knowledge. Right. So what we see around is nothing but combination aggregate of these six eternals only. And depending on what someone has projected those eternal work in his life like that. So if someone is in a marketing department, then he's moving all the time. And someone who is there in programming, he just stays there and keep programming. Someone just stay home and do work like that. And ultimately, it's like in the final body, when you don't create any new causes. So you live the whole life, whatever suffering you had to pass through, you pass through, and you have not created a new cause. So now the body, the physical body remains here. Soul along with the electrical body leaves the body. There is no causal body to give birth to another life. So that electrical body is part of the motion and inertia. So it lifts that soul from that body to the top of the universe where all liberated souls are there. It is not the soul that gets liberated, but it is the egoism that gets liberated. Because the soul was free, but soul was moving around, but because it was free in the sense that experience of freedom or bondage was with egoism, not with the soul. You understand? I forgot your name.
Rena.
I am Rina. So, Rina is the one who is seeking freedom, seeking happiness, seeking moksha, not the soul inside. Soul is, no problem with the soul. Soul is not crying, but Rina will cry, hey, it's so hot, I'm hungry, all that stuff. Like that. So, when Rina frees herself from all the owning, even of the name, not of the body but with the name also, it's when in the last body that happens, you don't create a new cause, any new cause, or in fact there are no causes left over for you to be born again. So now, what is the reason? Why did you live like that? Because you wanted to be free. So that last cause of freedom picks that soul and drops it at in the top of the universe. Your journey ends, the electrical body merges with the universal electrical body. That's the end of the story. So till then we are moving. And that movement is because of a previous cause only. Even this final ascent to the top of the universe is because of the previous cause, your desire to be free. That's what. So that process has started. So as we understand the science, you will become free from Rina, and you will be able to experience freedom even while you're playing your part in the drama. Whatever is the drama. That's what Lord Krishna taught Arjuna. And that's how he could fight the battle, win the battle, and free himself. He got liberated in the same life. Yes.
So one of the cause is, we are all because of cause.
Yes.
One of the cause is, a major cause is the survival. So
Survival is no cause.
but all we do is because to survive, right?
That's a natural thing. You have come with your lifespan and with your resources.
But nobody wants to die like, okay, I am going to die right away, but that's it. That's because
That
I have
that happens only in certain circumstances when he gets fed up of certain things. Not otherwise. No one wants to die. Even someone is 85 years old, 100 years old, and if you ask, do you want to die? I want to die. But why they want to die? Because now they cannot eat, they cannot sleep, they cannot move. Those are the problems. If they don't have problems, then say, I'm fine. I'll maybe continue for another 5 years. The basic quality is existence. So nobody wants to leave. Nobody wants to die. But when that feeling comes, when you suffer, that time it's a circumstantial pressure which make you decide that okay, now it's enough, I want to go. And when that happens, you are closing your own shop. You understand?
actually, because because everybody wants to survive. Because all we want
Okay.
is to survive.
Okay.
That's the basic principle.
Yes.
And the other things are like all extra additional things that you do. But bottom line is the most basic is the survival.
Yes. But it's a natural thing. In the sense,
But how will you eliminate your survival cause?
it's why do you want to eliminate that? Because
No,
that is
how
your
you-
basic
how-
quality because you exist.
But if the cause is there, there is effect. What we are trying to remove is all the causes, right?
Okay. Do you think that you are attracting the food or the food get attracted? Manisha, where is Manisha? She's not here. Who attracted her? Who pulled her? No, it happens. It just happens. But we feel that I did, someone did, and they take the pride of doing. The food that we come across is also there is a natural law of attraction and repulsion. So much stuff there, but you don't pick all those. Do you notice that? You will say, no, I don't want these, I want these, I want that. Like that. So that is a natural thing that happens. And when the time ends, all your machinery will start shutting down, one after another. What happens? And people say, be prepared, now you're going. And because his belief is, I am Samir, so he feels, oh, I'm going to go, I don't want to go, please, save me, doctor, God, whatever. Remember all of them. But then you have decided your time, no one else. And when you understand that, then you won't meddle with that also. Because you are not Samir. When his time will come, he will make a decision that, okay, it's enough, I want to go now. He won't even tell Manisha, not even Kajal. And he'll say, okay, I'm going now. But outside he'll say, I'm going to be there, like what Dada had said. I'm going to be there for 125 years. And everybody was in that hope only and he went away. But then he said, I am not going away. You will experience me within you. And we do experience that. This is the best part of his existence, and our existence can also become like that. You understand? But if we live as I am Samir, I am Deepak Anand, then you cannot live in others' body. But you have to learn to live in everyone. That is why some of his utterings are, I cannot help, however you may try to get rid of me, but I am there with you all the time. But if you see me, you will experience that. And you only will experience that. The guy sitting beside you won't have that experience. But you will see me, if you want to see me. So it is like Dada is there inside, but if you don't see him inside, how will you see him inside? So he says, when I am there and when you see me, you will experience myself. And that's your existence. That is who you are. But I believe that I am Deepak Anand, you believe I am Samir, we cannot get along. Always a problem. But when I feel I am pure soul, you feel you are pure soul, there is no problem. And whatever interaction that takes place between Samir and Deepak Anand is totally as per their account, for which you are not responsible, for which I am not responsible. And when that understanding and realization is there, irrespective of what happens between Samir and Deepak Anand, our friendship will not break. Both will laugh inside, what kind of account is this? Because it is account that is playing part. We are not playing our part. Jai Satchidanand.